guys, and welcome back to another episode of Total Control with SD Huesca. Now, we're on a really good run of form at the moment. Unbeaten in 5 matches, 8 points out of our last 4 league games, which is bloody fantastic. Tough one today, though, against Sociedad, but we're starting on the scouting screen, because I just noticed that some of our scouts have finished their assignments, and I don't believe I was notified that they had done so. So we're going to need to sort them out and give them some new stuff, hopefully, because we've got to be preparing and sorting out some stuff for scouting some stuff in January. I've said stuff a lot, I appreciate. The idea, of course, being that we could maybe pick up a player or two in January with what's left of our transfer budget, maybe pick up an absolute gem. I don't know, maybe a midfield mango. I'm not really sure where we really need to strengthen at the moment. We've actually got a lot of right backs, and I think Walker Peters will be fine once he returns. It's hard to know where I'm really feeling like we need extra strength right now. I might just look out and see if anyone comes to mind. Since we've got 400 grand left on our scout budget, I think now would be a good time to turn back on the higher end of the packages, basically, so that we can see a little bit more about options for January, maybe some loan signings. We'll have to sort of see what comes up when we actually do that, really. No, obviously there's not going to be any loan signings listed here because we're outside a transfer window. Although technically they do actually have assignments right now. So actually, it's not the end of the world, but I do want to maybe, like, for example, we don't want to be looking for a first-team fullback right now. There's really no point. So we're probably going to cancel that assignment, but also, I don't really think that this is an accessible assignment for him either, so I might bring it and give him a brand new one, since he's still got that great Italian knowledge. In Italy still, because that's where his knowledge is. And right now, if this was a bigger long-term save, I'd be concentrating on building up knowledge of other nations, but right now I want to kind of go to where their strengths are. Gonna set the value to, yeah, 250k. Honestly, I just want him to just look for first-team players. Go and see whatever assignments you want. I'm sure there's ways I can make this better. There is. Are there any things I really want to make sure that we've got decent things for, though? Not really. We'll assess them as they come in. Philippe Durand is looking for all players in France. I think I might just look for first-team players in France, because that's, after all, where we're kind of looking right now. See if there's anything. I think we're going to struggle to find any players in that budget in this area. That's the issue. But I will let Ruben Dolce continue scouting the under-19s in Spain. Let me just make sure he's got good Spanish knowledge. Actually, he has really poor Spanish knowledge, so I'm not sure if that's really the best use of his time either, to be honest. But the problem with him scouting South America right now is it's not going to be that fruitful for us, because we're not going to really be able to bring in any of those players. She's only really been scouting Greece. Does she have any other knowledge? So she's got a good knowledge of Spain and France. I might just set her to South Europe instead. I do think we're going to struggle to find first-team players for that kind of price, but you never know what's available, particularly in January. Now, this guy is a pretty poor scout as it is anyway. But I wonder if I can set him to find loan players. Yeah, I'm going to set him to have a look for some loan players for us. First-team player again, because we might have more luck getting them on loan. Okay, that should hopefully get us a bit more stuff coming down the pipeline. We've still got some scout availability, obviously, because that's the analysts, and we're obviously not got any players being analysed just yet. Also, just on the topic of FM20, not that we were talking about it, but I am now, I am 99% sure that it's going to be rebuilding Notts County as the first proper save, basically, because I feel like the Regan Booty factor is too much to turn down, and to have a legend like that in our saves 2 years in a row is just... It's too enticing for me, you know, and I think that's probably where we're going to go with that. Sevilla have gone and won away at Levante, which I actually think is probably for the best. Sevilla might be garbage right now, but they've just sacked their manager, so they're going to turn the form around. And the last thing we really want is Levante starting to take points, because I feel like they're a much bigger rival for relegation than Sevilla ever were. Like, they're going to be fine at the end of the day, whereas keeping Levante down there is really important, because we are so close. I think... although Getafe have just won a match, I think if we can beat Getafe in that home game, we'll be right in the battle for the second half of the season, and it's going to be brilliant. Although I do think that's still going to be tough for us. Okay, training for the week. I'm absolutely going to not have this training, essentially. Like, it's kind of a bit all over the place, and it's more useful, apparently anyway, for the early season stuff and, like, pre-season. So I want to try and move towards the technical and the more macro levels, the minutiae, as it were. So firstly, more team bonding. I want to make sure that we're really hounding this one home. Bit of defending shadow play in there. I might leave the possession one in there still, but work on more technical side of things. Work a bit more on defending wide. In fact, I might put sessions for that twice in a row, because that's an area where we use it a lot, so it'd be really good if we could just really hammer that one home. We've got a match preview here. We've got a team overall there one, definitely not. Going to replace that with defending free kicks. And we're also going to have defending corners put there. I might have a teamwork one in the week as well to really build up to the Sociedad game on the weekend. Quite a little bit of a rest here and then build it up throughout the week. It's quite a mixed match of stuff, but I want to really sort of hammer this sort of stuff home right now. Particularly as the Getafe game is midweek directly afterwards. So we might want to look at actually planning that one out and removing some of these again. Might make that into an attacking movement training, and this one instead of teamwork overall being defending free kicks. And team resistance, definitely not. I might actually make that one defending corners, just to bring down the intensity levels, because we've got the Getafe game right there, and I don't want to be overdoing it, and I want to sort of concentrate on the areas we're really, really struggling in, just preparing for those matches, really, to give us as much boost as we can going into the winter break. What a performance as well, by the way, against Eibar. Yeah, we only won 1-0, and it should have been more. Gallego, I don't know, rarely finding himself in position, so that's interesting. You see, though, key passes. Yaya Toure was brilliant again. That's, you know, when we're playing well when our central midfielders are making the key passes and not the wingers. But I do think that maybe the moment we're winning games and unbeaten. So I'm going to keep Gallego on for now. But if that starts to turn, then I really do think we might have to look for other options, particularly bringing Hernandez in for another crack at the whip. So Sociedad play a very similar shape anyway to Eibar, which is encouraging. Isn't the best in terms of off the ball, and isn't the best for goalkeepers in terms of aerial ability. So that might actually come into play from set pieces, potentially. Certain assurances I will. Hopefully this could turn this one around. Because that essentially, I think, it makes a promise to play him. Press speculation. Galan is delighted with Mariano Bravo's comments. Okay, yes, here we go. Galan press conference. Give player more first-team football. Hopefully that could turn that one in our favour and get the squad off our back. Oh, God, Acarpo's injured as well. Acarpo, pulled groin. That's annoying. I feel like Miramon might well be able to start against Sociedad. So I'm prepared to just, because he's played well, and I don't think Miramon's really ready yet. I'm actually going to go for the injections because we've got the winter break. Dynamics. The team cohesion is almost neutral at the moment. Managerial support is good. The dressing room atmosphere is improving. There's definitely some things we can make work here. Luisino is going to be happy about the promise being kept. These guys we can probably move on in January, and Javi Galan should be happy with me soon. Malero is now complaining about lack of football. Good lord. Camacho is not going to do us much good here. I don't really want to lose Malero because he's too useful of a backup. I wish there was... Can't we just say Yaya Toure is playing really well? That's why you're not playing. Go on, atmosphere. Get your chance eventually. Yes! We finally got one of these to work for us. That's so rare that that one actually happens. GG Gonzalo. Just realised I celebrated that like a goal, but to me it kind of was. So, they often concede goals from through balls. That suggests to me that we might be able to get in behind them. Part of me was thinking about doing the Getafe game in this episode as well, but I wanted to do the nice section about scouting, and I think that was more important. Patient possession game. Okay, so with that in mind, they're going to have a lot of the ball, it would say. I can't see them winning that game. Yep. We're still going to be a dick. Oh, God. It's life, innit? Just one of those things. Gallego taken ill with a virus. Well, we're going to have to send him home because I'm not going to risk this spreading to the rest of the squad. So that's the only choice we really have here. And that means he's going to miss the next 2 games. So, hey, that basically means that Hernandez is going to be starting the next 2 matches regardless. I don't trust Nilmar. I think it's going to be Hernandez preferred with Mango as a super sub. That seems to be his best role as an impact player. Hernandez has basically got 2 games to really show me why he should be in the team over Gallego. Okay, so tactics. We're going to ignore that part. Mentality is irrelevant. Hit early crosses. Go on. Oh, they didn't like that one. Low crosses. Go on. Oh, hello. High line of engagement. Yes. Okay, that's good. This one kind of goes hand in hand with that. Okay, they didn't like that. High defensive line kind of goes in hand with... Okay, well, point is we got 1 success. Levante get absolutely spanked by Atletico. That's always very nice in terms of goal difference. Our goal difference is actually now not the worst in the league, and our defence is no worse, really, than a lot of the teams down there. 14 goals scored is about par for the course. Luisinho's had a really poor training week for some reason. In fairness, for the most part, they've all bucked their ideas up, particularly Luisinho, but he does need to play better than that. Not that Jose Angel's putting in dramatically better performances, but slightly better. I feel like this is going to be the game where our little run of good results comes to an end, but it's fine because I feel like we've gained enough, we've caught up enough for the we're back in the battle. So we're just going to pick things up straight away, pick the squad, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, it's going to have to be Hernandez for me. I mean, he's performed better than Nilmar. He's still not got the full match fitness, so there is that aspect of things. Galan will keep his place in the team. Juanpi will also keep his place. These guys are all cool. Acarpo will start today, of course. Luisinho, how's his form been as of late? Still better than the others, in all honesty. So that will be pretty much standard. Also, nice to see the injury risk is low on all of these guys, as is the match low. So that is beautiful. So the bench, Gayar, Pulido, Malero, Chong, Angel, Ferreira, and of course, the Mango Man. Right, okay, what are they going to do then? We sort of see what they're planning. Oh, hello. So no Juanpi up top. not Juanpi, Juanmi. We've got Juanpi. Or do we? I can't remember. So Pardo is their deep line playmaker, but that doesn't mean he's that useful. They've got Asier Ilaramendi in the team as well. Januzaj, I feel like, is going to be important, but we'll have a look. Analyst reports kind of what's more important here. So they won away at Athletic Club. Januzaj was decent in that one, as was Yaramendi. Pardo didn't have much to say. Very, very balanced across the whole team. They do concede from place shots, from through balls, from outside the area. I mean, that really does suggest to me, just like it did against... who was it? I can't remember. I think it was against Leganes. I don't know. The balls in behind are going to be where we're... And actually, I think Hernandez might be better for that than Gallego if he can actually make the runs. That's the key thing for me. That Gallego had that PPM of breaks offside trap, and I think that really has helped him. But we will see. The keeper seems to favour distribution to Zaldua, particularly, because he seems to be sitting slightly deeper, which suggests to me that Teo Hernandez is probably more pushed up. Key passes, not a lot of them, really. So, Januzaj is their top scorer, and I think we do need to go after Januzaj. Pavon creates the most assists, so I actually think a very similar approach would be to do what we did in the last game, but I don't think we need to go after Pardo. If anything, we're probably better off going after Laramendi. He seems more of a danger man. Sandro, not hold back when tackling Adnan Januzaj. Interesting. So maybe we actually should go in hard on Januzaj. I don't think we want to go in hard on Sandro. Again, I'm trying to not overcomplicate this, but I think Januzaj is clearly a danger man. Pavon is as well, but I don't think we need to mark him. He's clearly a creative player and he loves a dribble. So if anything, even less reason to type mark him because he's going to dribble past us potentially. Okay. I still think we're going to lose this. This is a very difficult game, but we've got to set up as if we're going to try and win. You know, every game we need to go to try and win. This truly is one of those games where if we took anything, a point from this game would be completely unexpected. Honestly, I think this is probably the best our morale has actually been all season. Obviously, I'd rather have him available, but I believe in the team selected today. Absolutely. Yeah, he's a natural choice. He's a team leader. I think it's important for us. It's a big day for us. It's a huge day for Hernandez. He's basically got 2 games in which to sort of show me what he's capable of. Now, today is going to be a difficult one for him in general because he's playing against top opposition. Getafe, though, that's going to be his moment, I feel like. If he's going to do anything for us, that's the game where it needs to happen. Galan. Ball over the top now will be interesting. This is where he needs to be making these runs. Into the channel. Hernandez. Oh, slips it through. Juanpi's already through. Just on the rebound, Juanpi gives us the lead away at Real Sociedad inside the first minute. And as things stand, albeit after a minute, but again, we got the ball in the wide area with Galan. Hernandez comes short. I actually thought he was going to slip it through for, not Monero, Rivera, but it comes to Juanpi instead, and he's put it in on the rebound. 3rd goal of the season, and we have a 1-0 victory. Not victory, that would be great. A 1-0 lead away at Sociedad. It's something to hang on to, if nothing else. It now means that they have to score 2 goals in order to win this match. So it's given at least them a bit more of a difficult task. Teo, blocked out for a corner. If we keep another clean sheet now, we win another match. And as things stand, we would actually move off the bottom of the division and would have taken 11 points. Oh God, Pavon. We'd have taken 11 points from our last 5 matches. Uh-oh, not good. No, Sandro. Great tackle. They got in there in the end. We've already had a clear cut and a half chance. But we kind of know that's their game plan anyway, is to have lots of the ball. So it's not really a huge surprise. Juanpi! Oh, he would have been offside. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. He would have been onside there, and it should probably be 2-0 to Huesca. It's a tough one so far. Pavon. I think we might be riding our luck a little bit already. Oh! He's offside. Wait. A foul? Oh, God. I did, yeah. I think that was a bit against the run of play, our goal, because at the moment they are... It's going to be a penalty. They're always penalties. Yep, it's a penalty. No surprises there. I thought we'd got away with it when the initial shot hit the post. I thought Januzaj might have been offside, but it's come back, and it's probably going to be 1-1 here. We weren't expecting to win here. Just to be in front at all is a bit of a surprise. But, hey, we'll see. I don't think we've actually had a penalty saved from our side this season, and... yeah, it's in the back of the net. 1-1 here. We can't really complain. We've given up a few too many chances to them so far. But that's fine. There's more to come from us. We've still looked like we've got something in us. We've managed to come here again and score. We're scoring in every single match so far, recently. Juanpi again, driving at them. Hernandez needs to make a run for him. He has, you know. Hernandez! Juanpi! Oh, nice play. Looking long. And, oh, I thought he was actually going to be able to bring that down. He has now. Rivera. Juanpi, can he slip it through, maybe? He does! And, oh, my... Situations like that are the sort of chances that we need to be putting away. He made a good run. I will definitely give him credit for that. But those are the kind of chances that Gallego didn't put away, and now he's not putting away. You have to score those. We've actually matched Sociedad today, which is very encouraging. Maybe a few too many fouls, but we got him behind them again. Juanpi delivered a delicious little ball, and he should have done better with it. Quite simply. He has to at least hit the target with that. I might be tempted to up the press a fraction in the second half because we're still a little bit lacking in terms of possession. I wouldn't mind a little bit more. Ruli into the midfield, and that should be... Pavon's decent at winning. Oh, God. Oh, come on. Jovanovic is having to tip that one around the post. Just put them under a little bit more pressure. I'm concerned about Hernandez as well. That's a big concern of mine. He seems to be a main danger man for them. I'm not going to mark him or anything, but we will press him a bit more, get out to him, and maybe stop him from getting so close to the goal or putting in such dangerous passes. Over the top for Hernandez. He's actually onside, you know. Might be able to get a shot away here. And it's saved on the rebound, but again, another good opportunity. That was a tough one. Like, it's still a good chance, but it's a difficult angle for him to potentially finish that off. Wow, what a first half. Like, it might look like they've absolutely battered us. In terms of shots, they've had way more. But in terms of pure chance creation, it's been very, very even. We've both been excellent. And if we could start to close that gap a little bit in the second half, bring a bit more possession back our way, there might be something in this for us. Galan's not played well. And I think maybe taking Hernandez out of the game a little bit by just... That being said, he's their best performance, and he's actually completed no crosses. Honestly, I think it's a case of just go out there and do it again. See if Hernandez can be played into another good chance. He's been given opportunities today. He had one really difficult one, which if he had put away would have been a really, really excellent finish. I don't think we could complain if we were to go on and lose this, but the fact that we're still involved in it is very encouraging, and Ruli there. And it's a great ball up to Hernandez. He's going to have to do something clever here, though. Finds Galan. That's better. He's actually done really well. Galan can just drive at them. Can he find a ball through? He finds Juanpi! Oh! You have got to be having a bubble bath. How does that not go in the back of the net? I actually can't believe it, but he's had two chances like that, and he couldn't put it in on either attempt there. Again, brilliant play, but we just could not put the ball in the net. Our chance creation has been insanely good the last two matches. I feel like they might have unbalanced their team a little bit by moving Januzaj out to the right, but they've obviously done it before, because he's unlikely to be playing as a... Oh, God, look at the space for Zaldua. Oh, dear. Well, can't really argue with that. It's one of these games where... It was like a basketball match, unfortunately, and we've come off on the wrong side of things tonight. But again, we're holding our own against a comfortable top half team in an away match. They couldn't quite get to Zaldua quick enough. It's a good ball across the front post. Nobody's marking Sandro, despite me just telling them to, but okay. Screw it. Triple sub. We're going to get Mango on for a little bit as well, because Hernandez has not had the best day out there, unfortunately. Chances have been there. He's just not put them away, unfortunately. I still feel like we're a bit hard done by being behind, to be honest, in terms of creation. Juanpi again. Mango can make that running behind, perhaps. Finds Gaia instead. Can he find a cross? He does, you know. Rivera heads it wide. I think we've got to go attacking. Juanpi with a free kick. Can he bail us out? Oh, saved by Ruli again. He's lost out to Rivera again. Juanpi. Can Mango make a run for him? Can somebody make a run for him? Yaya Touré's throw! And it's saved by Ruli round the post. Yaya Touré there has the chance to level things up, and that should have been a goal as well. I think we've deserved a point from this match, honestly. Besides, there's still a few minutes. Let's pull a late one on them. Yaya Touré, can he cut inside and find a shot maybe? Musto. Ball whipped in, and Cheta! Oh, what a... Oh, he's offside. And there we have it. Real Sociedad 2, Huesca 1. Honestly, I feel like we were good value to get a point out of that match. I think we deserved a point based on the chance creation. But again, this time with Hernandez up top, he just could not take the chances that were put on a plate for him. Juanpi admittedly missed some too. It's such a shame. I really think we deserved a point from that game. But hey, we got a bit of luck with the Valencia one. I still think that's a really, really solid performance from us once again. So a lot of positives to be taken from that one. It's not like we're getting battered by them. These guys, they've gone 6th in the league as a result of winning that match. I think that's a really, really respectable performance from the lads. And I think if we keep on playing like this, it's only a matter of time before we start to claw ourselves back into the battle. Getafe at home is going to be huge, though. Anyway, it's our first defeat for quite some time, and even then it was still by a relatively slim margins on the night. And obviously you stay up and go down on slim margins, but I don't believe that you stay up by the results you get away at Real Sociedad. To me, you stay up by the results you get against the teams around you, like those 1-0 defeats to Vallecano. I feel like this team plays that game now, and we probably win 3-0. But again, we can't replay those games. We're just going to have to hope that we get the right amount of points over the rest of the season, and I think we're definitely capable of doing it. I think we're firmly capable of doing it. So that's really nice. Wow. So, next match. Are we expecting... Yeah, apparently we're expecting light snow and -2. Okay, cool. Top Spanish weather there. So, yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode, despite the defeat, drop a like. That'd be gorgeous. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be fantastic as well. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for the final match of the first half of the season at home against Getafe. A win there would be absolutely magnificent for us and would put us in a very, very good position going into Christmas. We might not even be bottom of the league if... We could be bottom at Christmas. Hopefully not, though. That would be quite some comeback. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.